When each and every one of us first start watching anime, there comes a time when we watch our first shonen. Whether that be Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, or nowadays My Hero. My Hero is bad. I mean, come on, you cannot tell me that this is any better than this. Since this first shonen we watch is also one of our first animes, we don't really know any better. On our first watch through, we don't notice pacing issues, nor do we recognize any tropes. We get enveloped in this world where this character is going through struggles and is able to overcome them. And when we were in high school, we were basically going through the same struggles. I mean, am I right? Oh, boo-hoo, your brother murdered your entire family in front of you. That's nothing compared to staying awake in math class. Psst. Jiraiya, more like Jiraiya-ass pizza at lunch. Am I right? But regardless, let me tell you what happens to someone after watching their first shonen, or what I like to call it, the first shonen effect. Once you've completed your first shonen, you'll start to look for anime, since you most likely binged the anime and now you have a massive void in your heart, so you need to fill it by binging more anime that makes you feel the same emotions you felt while watching that shonen. Now, if you're someone that doesn't end up binging more anime, you'll most likely end up as someone who suffers from CHBG, or could he beat Goku disease. You end up not having any other anime to compare your shonen with, so you'll end up thinking that what you watched is the best and that your protagonist is the strongest. Could he beat Goku? Newsflash, anyone can beat Goku. The question shouldn't be, could he beat Goku? Because anyone can do that. I mean, look at the amount of times Goku fucking died. And then they're like, yeah, we're just gonna bring him back with the freaking power of the dragons and the Imagine Dragons. Yeah. So the real question should be, could he beat Goku twice? But this period of time for a shonen fan is interesting, since you either end up being uneducated on anime as a whole, or you discover what common tropes in anime are, and what it means for an anime to be good or bad. But during this period of time, you will end up thinking that your shonen is really good, since you still haven't gone back to it. The second watch is one of the most regrettable things an anime fan can do. This whole time, they still hold their shonen so high in the air over all the good and bad anime they've seen now. But after a while, the anime fans will crave the feeling of the hype around their first shonen anime. So they'll go back and rewatch it. And this is when the anime fan realizes that their shonen isn't as good as they once thought. The pacing is slow, the writing is extremely lazy at times. And why is there 2 minutes of characters reacting after one character just threw a simple punch? Some people can't get through their second watch, and that's understandable. Which leads these anime fans to never accept what they watched, but for the people that do, they are able to get through it due to nostalgia alone. The music gives them goosebumps. We don't care if there are 2 minutes of characters reacting, it hypes us up. Every single scene that was super cool or insane to us before, cause we never saw anything like it, is still cool, but due to nostalgia now instead of the first watch hype. This leads the anime fan into after the second watch, the anime fan finds acceptance. They accept that what they thought was amazing and maybe even thought it was peak anime, they now can actually have a reasonable conversation about their first shonen. They can list its flaws. They can understand if someone doesn't want to watch it, because when they watch it, those memories they made will always be there. The nostalgia will always make them want to go back to it. This is an occurrence that happens to everyone, even outside of anime. The game you played when you were 10 is now unbearable to look at. Maybe a movie you watched 5 years ago didn't age well. We all love these things at one point, and even if they are no longer good to us, we still love them, not for what they are now, but for the memories they gave us. We thank these things for steering us in the right direction, because without those defining moments in our life, who knows what we'd be doing now? Maybe you would think differently about the world around you. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, take Naruto and My Hero out of your top 10 anime. They're fucking trash. When I first watched One Piece, I binged the first 20 episodes in one sitting. I found a new hobby basically, but you could say I became obsessed with binging this show. Everything was new to me. I didn't know what anime was until now. The pacing of the show wasn't slow to me, excluding Dressrosa. I cannot bullshit that. That arc was slow as fuck. Regardless, I loved it. And once I finished it, all I wanted to do was watch more. So I started binging anime from there on out. Now about 2 years later, I came back to One Piece for my second watch. That's right, I've watched One Piece twice. I'm a very sad man. Outside of my life though, I watched One Piece for a second time and realized just how bad the pacing was. I just never noticed. And what got me through it was nostalgia, and the nostalgia for the music, cause the music is actually good. At one point in time, One Piece was in my top 10 anime, but now it's no longer there. As we grow older, we understand the world more. We are able to accept what an idiot we were as a kid. Cause hey, if your kid self didn't make those decisions, who knows where you'd be now? Shonen anime is a genre of anime. That's all it ever has been. It's not anything crazy special compared to other genres, but it still was able to define our childhoods. Shonen was our gateway into anime, so whatever your opinions are about it now, you can't help but accept that we still find ourselves coming back and paying thanks to the memories it gave us. I came up with this idea after watching the One Piece live action because it made me want to watch One Piece again. I know that might be crazy, but the nostalgia is what's calling me back. But I don't know if I'm ever going to go back. And with that, I'd like to thank you for watching. Subscribe if you enjoy my content, and like this video if you, well, liked it. I also have a Patreon linked below. I sometimes ask my Patreons what my next video should be, and it's the best way you can support me if you want to. That's all from me this week. Have a good rest of your day. This is Spruce, signing off.